Cam Newton says sometimes women need to shut up and let a man lead.
Yeah,
you know, he doesn't. He clearly doesn't like conflict, similar to my man Reggie.
It's not about.
But who likes conflict though? Like,
no one. No.
Right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead. Bad bitches.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that?
I think if you're gonna
1000% agree.
I think when he says you don't know how to allow a man to lead, is like if you're not stepping up to help lead and you're just causing problems, let me just lead. Don't cause problems with me leading. Unless you plan on stepping up to lead. Now, if you're not the type that's gonna step up to lead, then lead to step up to and lead the relationship or whatever you're in, then don't say nothing.
Yep.
Like
I think
if you're always sorry to cut you
No,
off,
go ahead.
but if you're always constantly battling everything I say,
Yep.
and always talking about problems and never talking about solutions,
shouldn't be with me.
problem solving.
Exactly.
Right. So exactly. Go
I
ahead.
agree. And I think that but I also think this. I think especially now in this day and age with the whole red pill shit and fucking Kevin Samuels and what's the other shit, Fresh and Fit, I feel like a lot of guys now are just, they're not only are they hurt, but they just on some shit where they like, oh, women gotta lead. Women gotta follow, I lead. Women gotta follow, I lead. But I think you have to be a leader first. Like you have to be someone that they're able to follow. So you can't be like, you can't not have your shit together and then
so you're saying
expect.
just because you exist as a man, you
Exactly.
Not a leader.
And
Niggas just think they're privileged enough to just fucking be the leader.
yeah.
Right. And if you lead well, then the conflict should be low. Like if she's confident in you, then she wouldn't even be challenging
Right.
what you're doing. Right. Like if you're actually leading well, like,
They'll challenge regardless, but
right,
you'll
be on
pass
some
it.
annoying shit.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And another thing is like, stop. You're not leading with like. You're not leading as a man. You know what I'm saying? When you do stuff like that, it's like it's childish to me. Where you be like,
Saying
oh, just
with his statements.
no, not him. Like I'm just saying, like, oh, just because I'm a like you were saying with
Right,
the whole
yeah,
freshman,
yeah.
oh, just because I'm a man, I feel like I could lead. Like, nah, it
yeah.
takes. You have to have examples of a leader in order to be a leader.
Yeah, you gotta show the credentials.
You gotta show it. You know what I'm saying?
What you think, Reggie?
Yeah, so you're basically saying like, if you understand like how sports work, like especially like team sports, like you have to have somebody that's a designated leader. You know what I'm saying? Like two alphas cannot work together. It doesn't work. Perfect example when LeBron just first went to Miami.
Well, who?
LeBron.
Okay.
LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody know that was Wade County. You know what I'm saying? That was Wade's team. That was Wade's city. And that's why they always had clashes. Even though they went to the finals, the dynamic didn't work because it was always, yo, when am I supposed to go? When are you supposed to go?
Right.
It's your
I
turn.
like
It's
that.
my turn.
I like that you said two alphas, though, and we had a good conversation about alphas, betas,
Sigmas.
Yeah, we
Sigmas.
did. Yeah, I seen that one.
That
But
was
yeah,
a good.
It doesn't
So
work.
we might have to bring that conversation back too.
But you notice how the conversation they had that summer after they lost in the finals. What Wade said is that, yo,
step back.
you are the king. Like, I'm gonna take a step back. It is your team. We're gonna follow your lead.
That takes that's real. That's a real leader though.
That takes leadership.
That's a real leader.
No, that does take leadership. Remember, it was his team.
It sure was.
But as a leader, as a capable leader, you also have to know when to take
Fall
a step
back.
back.
As my little cousin Noah told me one time, he said sometimes you gotta know when to be the sheep, and sometimes you gotta know when to be
The lion.
some shit like that.
Not the wolf.
The wolf.
The wolf, I don't know.
Some shit like
The
that.
wolf, right?
Yeah,
Wolf,
like,
lion,
Big
lions
Leo.
and sheeps don't come together.
Big Leo.
You feel me?
know.
Big Leo teens. What are you? What are you? What?
Gemini.
Are you the bipolar one? God damn it.
Shout out, listen, great show. Shout out Reggie Porter for joining us again.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them live. You know this shit fine with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them live. With your mans in them live. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them live. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.